Hey, it's Charlie, the founder and CEO at Trade Growth, and in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be explaining our 3 core philosophies that we use at Trade Growth to build highly converting websites. So if you want to get more customers for your local business, doesn't matter what kind of trade it is, this is going to be the perfect video for you so you don't end up burning your money. And it's as simple as that, right? If you're going to invest in ads, or if you're going to buy a lead list, if you're going to do any form of marketing, you want a solid website, so you're not just losing that traffic, right? So this is going to be so simple. Anyone can follow this, assuming you are a business owner. And let's jump into it. So the first one is from one of the all-time marketing greats, and it's something we adopt at Trade Growth, and that is just a few quotes from David Ogilvy, one of the all-time marketing greats here. And he said, on average, five times as many people read the headline as they do the body copy, okay? And the second quote says, when you have written your headline, you have spent 80 cents out of your dollar. Crazy. That is fundamentally true because people typically don't scroll past the first section on the website. So what I've done is compiled 5 businesses in the US. These are landscaping businesses and their websites. These are just random ones I found. And you can see here that they aren't great, okay? And I really don't want you to make the same mistakes that like these websites and businesses are doing, where there's no real clear headline. You can see that this one says, welcome to the Texas Landscape Group, respect vision, communication, excellent results. It's not really, clear. This one, on the other hand, is just a lengthy paragraph, and I hate to say it, but no one is going to land on this website and just read your story. No one is that invested in it. People just want to know what you do, where you serve, and how they can get, a free quote or contact you as soon as possible. Same with this one, no clear headline. Yeah, I think you get the point. These aren't great. Now, if we compare this to a website that I actually built for a client last week, you're going to see the difference, okay? So here we have the first page. Very clean, very simple. Professional landscape services in Paulding, Cobb, and Douglas counties, okay? It tells the customer exactly what you do. You provide landscaping services, and it says where. And then you can see how clear the CTA is. In white, so it's, contrasting the background, get your free estimate. So they click on that, and, it would take them to this form. They fill out the form, and, you'd get a notification on your phone, and it's as simple as that, right? At Trade Growth, what we typically do is actually only have 4 sections on a website. So the first one, which I just said, is the keep it simple, stupid headline. Okay. Just saying what you do and where you do it essentially. And then maybe a sub headline of, kind of like the services under that. So like lawn maintenance, mulch, and landscaping as an example. We show up on schedule, do the right job, and leave your property clean. The second section is before and after photos of your work, which kind of just acts as social proof, to be honest. So like this, for example, just some photos of your work. The third one is like your service areas, which is quite important. And we also do a supported zip code kind of thing. And then just the actual contact form. Okay, we want to make this as clean as possible as well, and as easy, frictionless as possible, so you can get leads coming in, right? That is the first core philosophy and principle that we do when we build websites for clients, and hopefully that kind of makes sense. It's all about the first section. It's all about the simple headline. A 10-year-old should be able to land on the website and know what to do. They should know that they should get a free estimate here. Okay, that is the first one. Let's jump swiftly into the second one, which is speed. And I'm not just talking about us when we're building websites for, clients, or potentially you watching this right now, because we do that in actually like 24 to 48 hours. But I'm actually talking about contacting the lead with an SMS and a phone call within the 5-minute window. So there is a 5-minute window when a lead comes in. That is, the easiest kind of, window to actually convert them. I think it's about 80% chance that you'll get them as an actual customer if you contact them within 5 minutes, depending on obviously the lead quality and where you're running the marketing from. But here's the thing, right? Most landscapers, they only respond to like these new quote requests or estimate requests until the end of the day, until they finish work. And by then, the lead has actually gone elsewhere, okay? And this is an image of that lead being bored and then getting the next business that they find on Maps or Google. So I can't stress how important communication and touch points are. So within 30 seconds, they do need a text calling them, a text telling them, I should say telling, that you'll be in touch today, essentially. And you don't have to call them within 5 minutes. You just need an automated SMS within 5 minutes, essentially. Because what we have is an example here from Uber. So let's say before 2016, Uber didn't really have the like app infrastructure. They were just running, like, I don't even know how you would order an Uber because I wasn't, ordering Ubers back in 2016. But what was a huge problem they ran into, and it almost costed them everything, was the fact that people would order their Uber and they wouldn't have any like updates. So they wouldn't know when the Uber is going to arrive. And that left the customer with uncertainty. And that is the same thing that your customers are going to get if you don't text them straight away, telling them you're going to call them later. So that uncertainty was a big problem. It wasn't the time, it was the fact that they were unsure whether the taxi was going to arrive on time, at the right place, all of these things. Until Garrett Camp came along. He was, I don't know his exact position at Uber, but he had an idea, and that idea was to actually have the Uber app. So it's going to tell the customer exactly when they're going to get picked up, and the fact that their like order or the Uber taxi is on the way, both for Uber Eats and Uber in general. And this kind of does the same thing where people don't mind waiting, but they will mind uncertainty, and that will make them go somewhere else. So long story short, people don't mind waiting. People, they just need to know that you've received their request, essentially. So that is the second one, and that's what we do for clients. So as soon as a form is filled out on the website, they're going to get a text, you're going to get a text. The whole ecosystem is dialed in really well, and everything is going to be stored in a CRM on the back end. So every lead is getting contacted, followed up with. It's just as simple as that. Like, it has to be done. Whereas most local businesses don't have that kind of setup. So we do that. Next one is going to be from Robert Cialdini, and he is a big fan of social proof. So people think like this, right? If dozens of homeowners trusted them, I probably can too. So reviews, before and after photos, testimonials, case studies often outperform polished design. So yeah, just have reviews, and also show you an actual human. This is so important. You don't have to be Brad Pitt, right? You don't have to be the most charismatic, good looking, charming man ever. You just need to show you a real person, because I think subconsciously a lot of like homeowners might feel like, do I actually feel comfortable calling this business? And I know you don't like see it from this point of view, because you watching this are probably like, a business owner, and you don't see yourself as intimidating, but you want to make it as comfortable for the homeowner as possible. So if you can, what we do typically on the websites is, just have a photo of you like on the job site. So it puts a face in front of like the actual company, which is really good. And just can make the whole thing a bit, of an ease than like, an anxious kind of feel to it. So a core direct response idea is also risk reversal. So if you have like a guarantee, if you have fixed pricing, fully insured, free estimates, no obligation quote, the less risk you seem, the more inquiries you're going to get. It's as simple as that. So we add that in the website as well. But these are just 3 things that we always do. And since you've made it this far, that kind of tells me you are serious about your business. And because of that, I would love to speak with you, or you can speak with one of my partners. But as a company, we would like to speak with you and just share some ideas on how you can grow your business. So we do have a link in the actual description. You can click that, find a time, whatever works for you. I know you guys are busy, but when you are free, I highly recommend booking a time. We don't work with everyone. So it is mainly like a very low pressure casual conversation to learn more about you, see if we can even help you in the first place. Either way, we will give you tips, we'll give you some free resources and, you know, some value. So it's going to be a very nice call. And yeah, that is for only trade businesses. So if you're a landscaper, if you are, you know, a similar kind of trade, whether it's tree removal company you own, or, you know, yeah, I mean, we do also like home improvement, but yeah, those kind of companies, if you are one of them, book a call and I'd love to chat with you. It's been 10 minutes as I promised, so I'm gonna hop off, but I'm gonna pop a video up here on how you can get more reviews for your business, because as I mentioned, that is quite an important part for social proof as well. So take it easy and have a wonderful day. Subscribe as well so you don't miss more content like this.